What up, people of the world? Welcome back to Help Will Come Tomorrow. We have stabilized in terms of resources and status effects. We've built pretty much most of the camp. We're on day 12. We're pretty much just waiting for the end of the game now. We can't do this. Find a chest with the supplies in the restaurant car. Unfortunately, we've got bandits all over the place down here. This is where we have to go. And we've got bandits all along here, so it's ridiculously unsafe at the moment, so we can't go and do that yet. So yeah, we're pretty much just wandering around looking for any more resources we can get. I'll probably come down over here for our expedition today. I'll probably come here, go here. That's depleted, low, depleted. Yeah, I'll come here, then go here, then go here, here, and then up here. See what kind of resources we can get from there, because we haven't been there yet. First and foremost, though, we need to feed the troops. So, 10 water. We got no more mushrooms, do we? No. I might do the expedition first, then, in case we come up with some mushrooms while we're out there. Or an animal. We might get lucky hunting. So yeah, who's going to go? This guy's going to go, and this guy's going to go because he finds extra resources when he's out. So let's do that first. Send expedition. You find extra resources. You're a pain in the ass for building stuff, so you can go out instead of building stuff around the camp. The bow and arrow I'm going to give to the military guy. And the shovel I'm going to give to this guy because he's really annoying. He can be the bottom bitch. And this allows you to get extra wood. So we're going to give him the hatchet as well. We need to get basically better weapons is what we need to do. What a surprise. On the edge of the forest near the wreck you find traces of a small fresh camp. Someone tried to mask it and yet the renegades don't hide from you. Footprints indicate that 2 people came here, one of whom had to be a child. Looks like there's a survivor besides you and the other one is escaping the thug. And the one is escaping the thugs. I think that's supposed to say thugs with a G. I'm not sure. Okay. So there's someone else around. Ugh, nothing there. Can't go here, it's too dangerous. Let's go here instead. Great, there's an elk there. We're going to go and try and shoot it. Cigarettes and metal. Safe here. Let's search here. Ooh, this is good. Marrow root. Structure of the herb should add a lot of energy. So that gives you extra AP if you drink it. It's quite useful. You stumble across the tracks of a large deer for some time, but the animal must have sensed you and always sneaked before you located it. This time luck favours you. You see a lone deer that is calmly eating moss growing on a large boulder. It hasn't sensed you yet because you are coming from the side where the wind blows. The deer is probably more than a metre high at the withers, and your hands are shaking at the thought of how much meat you can get from it. Stop shaking, we've got plenty of food. Just relax and stay calm. Skin and bones can certainly be used to expand the shelter. It's a pity to miss such an opportunity. For a well-armed and experienced hunter, taking down this animal will probably be a formality, but for you, must use what you have at hand, which is a bow and arrow. It's hard to say what you have hit. The deer made a run for it, and after a few leaps, it disappeared into the thicket. You looked carefully at the place where it gnawed the moss, but unfortunately no traces of blood could be seen. This time you failed. Okay, we'll take the moss. We'll search here, and then we'll go after it. Good. More feathers for more arrows. Try again, lads. Yeah, same script. So shoot it with a bow. No, failed again. Take the moss. Oh, it must have gone off the map. Damn it, you failed twice. I think you need a rifle for that rather than a bow and arrows. Bow and arrows isn't strong enough for it. We don't need 1 pine cone, that can go. We've got plenty of stones, we've got plenty of golden root. We'll take this cut rocks. Yeah, let's go here. That's a shame. It would have been nice. Ooh, 5 wooden logs. That is a lot of wood. Yeah, it's a real shame. It would have been nice to bring that much meat back. I think we're going to get rid of the 6 bark. Because we don't need it for food and we don't need it for fuel. Bark seems to be the least useful thing right now. We're going to take the 5 wooden logs. That is a lot of wood when you break it down. Can't take any of that, so... yeah, done. Let's go back to camp, because there's nothing here, and there's... you might find a branch here as well, actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, we did. How many is that? 5 mushrooms? That is quite good. Get rid of the edible moss. Take the 5 mushrooms. We can make a stew out of that. 7 bones. That could be useful. I think 7 bones is better than 3 needles. Actually, we've got lots of cigarettes at home, don't we? Cigarettes, the only use cigarettes have is giving you 5 extra morale and getting rid of the shocked status. But my guys aren't ever going to be shocked unless they get shot at. Oh, I don't know. Cigarettes are rare, though. What should I get rid of? Got tons of wood. I'm thinking the needles, but needles are like a unique kind of building thing which fit their own category a lot of the time. Oh, 2 blueberries. I didn't notice that. You might as well just eat the blueberries. Can you eat them? Eat it. Put it in your mouth. Put it in your cake hole. Nom 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 nom. Blueberries are yummy. Must eat now. Can't take them home. No, they can't. Okay, let's just drop the 2 blueberries. We've got plenty of food now with these 5 mushrooms, so don't really need those. We'll take that. That's good. Let's head back to camp. This guy's only got 1 AP, so he can't waste an AP, so by doing a menial task, so we'll get him to cook now. Rotten food is good bait. How many pine cones do we have? Oh yeah, we've got 31 bark and 30 pine cones. Yeah, see, the needles were important. We've only got 13 needles, and they sometimes fit their own category, like when you're building the shelter and stuff like that. I think here, for this, you need needles? No, just certain materials. Okay. Well, some of them you need just needles for, and there's nothing you can do. You can't replace the needles with anything else. Anyway, let's do the cooking. We got plenty of bark to and cones to fuel the fire. Frost isn't going anywhere, so we'll keep the camp visibility nice and low by having the fire low. And then we're going to cook those mushrooms we found with this guy. Mushroom soup. Oh yeah. Oh, it's only 3. Are you kidding me? I thought it said 5. Yeah, now we've got... Okay, because we had some others. Good. Cook. Good work, son. Good work. Now we've got 1 mushroom. Okay, that's good. And I'm glad I brought the cigarettes back as well, because we've only got 4. And we had 3. We found 3, which means we only had 1 cigarette left. So they're useful to stockpile in case you need them, in case you get shot at. So everyone gets a meal. This guy's still thirsty, needs some water. Where is it? There it is. Yep, he's good now. This guy's fine. This guy's fine. This guy needs some water. Brilliant. Now you've still got 2 people to do some building. This campfire's fully upgraded, isn't it? Yeah, everything's done. Okay. I've literally never upgraded the traps. Traps unlocks the recipes for making portable snares. Fish trap, hare trap, bird trap. Literally never made this because I've never found a use for it. If you make this instead, the solid well-equipped workshop, then you can repair the pistol, or if you have a rifle, which you sometimes find, particularly if you do this quest, I think you find a rifle. Or if you have the Englishman, if you have the English guy as part of your crew, one of his missions is to go and find Betty, which is his faithful shotgun, down in the train caravan. You have to come down here to find it. But when you get there, Betty's not there, and instead you find a broken rifle and a bunch of clothes and stuff like that. So, yeah, I find upgrading this one is much better, and then just having a rifle and going hunting with the rifle does you a lot more good than trying to set snares for fish, hares, and birds. Because one, you have to build the trap, you have to upgrade the workbench, and then you have to build the traps as well, so I find it's just a waste of materials. Particularly since you get snares up here. If you upgrade this, then you get a snare there, and that gives you birds and hares and stuff, which gives you fur and feathers, which then you just use the feathers to make bows and arrows and go hunting with that. So yeah, I don't really see the point in the snare one. So I'm not sure what to upgrade next. I'm just thinking probably this. Well, actually, we don't need to upgrade any of those yet, so let's upgrade the shelter so that everyone can rest. This way you get the maximum number of people who can rest. Good, now we can get 3 people resting in the shelter. Next thing I want to upgrade is this, because I want the protection. The palisade further reduces damage to the camp structures caused by bad weather. I want to reduce the damage to the caused by bad weather. So that's the next thing I'm going to get. We're going to do it solidly rather than makeshift, because if you look at the makeshift, it actually costs more in terms of this structure and more in terms of wood. So you're basically doing the same, except they just cost 2 wood logs, which are normally quite rare. We've got 10 of them, however, so we're going to do it solidly. What's that? That's 3, that's 6, that's 2 rocks. And then wood, we'll use sticks, since we've got a fuck ton of sticks. And the next thing we're going to do is the snares, so we can make the most out of capturing lots of stuff. The only difference between makeshift and solid, as you can see up here, solid barely increases its health at all. So we're going to do makeshift because that reduces the amount of string required, and string's quite rare. What's that structure? We need 2. We'll use the 2. Oh, we've got clay. We've got tons of clay. Let's use the clay. Yeah. So we're basically just building up the last few items of import around the camp. He's tired. He's really tired. Yeah, so the top 2 and then any of the others. You, and why not you? Can all rest. And he can sit outside by the fire. So all action points done. Everyone's happy. No status effects apart from fatigue, and that'll go once because he's resting. Frost after night's not going anywhere. Camp visibility is... we can reduce that even further, actually. Yeah, put the fire out. Still not getting any frost because we've upgraded this and given them mats, so they've got plenty of warmth. Fire's out. So camp visibility is 0, so that these guys, because they're near, they're not going to find us. The next thing you want to aim for once you've built everything is making clothes. Clothes here. Obviously, you want the best clothes, which are warm, durable clothes. They take a lot of material to be able to make it, and a lot of string. In order to make it, you need to hunt a feck load. Because when you hunt, you get these. You get pelts. Once you kill the animal. And obviously that's material, so you use 1 fabric and then 3 of these to make a warm durable clothes, as well as string. When you run out of string, you then alter fabric altercation, make string here, and that uses canvas. So you need a fuck ton of canvas and a fuck ton of pelts to make warm durable clothes. So you basically just from this point you just go hunting. Try and kill as many animals as possible for their pelts, and then make warm, durable clothes for each of your party members. But yeah, we're going to aim to do that next. Let's end the day. Listen, there is a camp hidden near the wreck. Someone else has survived the renegades' hunt. Relax, don't jump to conclusions. How do you know it's not a trap of these thugs? Footprints indicate 2 people, 1 adult and 1 child. Do you think the thugs would bring their sons with them to finish off the passengers? Would they mask the camp? They have not hidden from us so far. We must find them, yeah. Oh, this has popped up. So we can skip, there we go. If it's true, then we have to find them, but not until the morning. We won't do much now. We better rest while the night is young. Oh, he just lost... Oh, cool. He just lost exhaustion and he got camp morale up. That's good. The Golden Buckle. Why is this section of the route called the Gold Buckle? Is it just a poetic term for the picturesque surrounding of Baikal? Probably simply because this section connects the tracks on both sides of the lake. Earlier, the cars were transported by ferry, or when Baikal froze, by sleighs. Well, I understand that this is the buckle of the Russian belt, but why gold? Maybe some treasures are being extracted in the area after all. Maybe our attackers have something to do with this. I don't know. This is where the deportees were sent. Deportees were sent. Maybe to work in the mines. But it is said more about gold in the north, in the Lena Delta. You must have heard about the strike of workers from the Lengths deposits when the military policemen showed exceptional cruelty. Indeed, it's a tragic episode. I don't know much about it, but it was probably mentioned in the newspapers that the mine manager went to court. He did, but got away. They will not condemn their own people, and life cannot be returned to the workers anyway. Under the Tsar's rule, the work of mining gold and sand was the worst torture. Let's hope it will change. Okay, skip the end of day stuff. Camp morale is through the roof, so we should get 3. Yep, cool. 3 action points each. The resinous needles which you laid out in a medical point attracted the local fauna, and above all some very curious beetles. Turns out that there's a whole bunch of them under the bed. You spend the morning catching the filth laboriously. Now the question is, do they taste better than they look? We're not going to eat beetles, you dummy. Campfires under snow. Yeah, campfires under snow because we put it out. Still, no frost after night. Love it. Love it. Right, we're going to go on the expedition first. We still can't check this cable car. We want to find more mushrooms. Mushrooms here are low. Mushrooms are depleted there. Just looking for somewhere that has mushrooms. Nowhere. Nowhere has mushrooms. It's literally here. This is the only tile that has mushrooms. Thinking Peat Bog. Danger level average. So I guess we're heading there for mushrooms. So let's send out the expedition again. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. What am I doing? What am I doing? Send expedition. You and you. Same again. We're going to gear them up. You take the bow and arrows. You take the shovel. And we have got tons of wood, but I'll give him the hatchet again anyway, just in case. Why not? Send. We'll go here first and then there. Yeah, let's go there. There is a bang not far from you. You hide behind the snowy heap and look out carefully. You can hear screams on the other side of the wreck, followed by more shots. The thugs are probably chasing other survivors. You clench your teeth. May those unfortunates not lead the killers to you. See what happens. Suddenly you see a crawling man next to the tracks. Although Siberia has left its mark on him, you can tell from the clothes that he is not one of the renegades, and he must have travelled by train like you. The voices of the renegades seem to be moving away. They've probably got the wrong track or run after someone else. However, the poor man has been shot in the stomach and you don't think he could survive. If you take him away, he will leave very visible traces of blood. Try to help the man. Wadim Bielov has been found. I will not sell myself cheap, the man threatens when you run up to him. You let her know her? I don't think that's right. You let them know with a gesture to be quiet. Temporarily stop the bleeding and help the unfortunate man to get up. With your help, he is able to go and does not even make any sounds of pain. The days spent in the taiga have already had to toughen him up properly. You cover up as much blood as you can and head towards the camp. Okay, so we didn't get any mushrooms or anything. But we did find another survivor. Wadim, who is bleeding and has a stomach wound. Do we have... Oops, I just went past it. No, we don't have any bandages. Okay, so... This guy's a doctor, right? So we can care for him instead of making stuff. We just need to upgrade this to the caretaking post. So that's what we're going to do now. You and you are going to upgrade this. I'm going to do a makeshift so we save, because this requires material, and we're going to save our materials for clothes. So we're going to do a makeshift. Structure is 3 and 3 is 6. That's 2 stones. Wood is, we're going to use 6 of that because we've got plenty of sticks. Yeah. What's this small wash tub? The wash tub unlocks specialized medical actions. Additionally, it increases the morale during a care action. So you wash them. That's funny. Unlocks the action amputation, compress for frostbite, and wound cleansing. We don't need that yet, so we're just going to do the care action. Care. Check the patient's condition and help them to recover thanks to basic care. You're going to do it, and you're going to care for him. He's got a stomach wound. I don't think you can get rid of stomach wounds by caring for them. We're gonna find out anyway. Oh, he's got clothes. Cool. We're gonna try again anyway, because this guy sometimes saves his AP when he does it. No, he didn't. But his stomach wound's still there. So obviously you can't get rid of stomach wounds or wounds by doing care. You have to use the wound dressing. But he's got no AP, so we can't do that. We're gonna you are gonna unsnow this. Brilliant. So we need to cook because everyone's hungry. Where are my pine cones? Get that up to 10%. 10% only because in fact I'm gonna, once they've cooked, we're gonna put the fire out. You got 11 beans. I think we can cook that if I remember correctly. Who's gonna cook? You can cook. I believe it's stew. Delicious stew. No, maybe it's soup. Yeah, it's soup. Delicious soup. Yeah, use the beans. Oh, we've got tons of edible roots, and we can use a mushroom as well. We'll use the last mushroom. So we're going to make delicious soup, but as far as I remember, it only makes 3, whereas we need 5 now. Let's find out. Yeah, it only makes 3. So we're going to make another batch of delicious soup once we've filtered some water. Filter water, you can do that. Yeah, what am I doing? Cooked food, delicious soup. You can cook delicious soup. Herb, use... Well, we've got literally tons of... Actually, I don't want to use that. That's really rare. We've got tons of everything, so we'll just use these. 3, yeah, we'll use just... We've got tons of these roots, so we'll make... we'll use the roots. And now we've got delicious soup for everyone, which gives everyone tons of food. How's he doing? He's fine. He's not hungry or thirsty. He just got that wound. Everyone else should be good now after that. Okay, those two need some water. Who is the most exhausted? He is exhausted. He's exhausted. And he's exhausted. Okay. So now we can build something else because we've got 2 people with 1 action point left. I think we'll upgrade this. The only thing left is this, which is advanced traps. Increases the chance of catching small animals in snares. Improves the action check snares, yeah. So you and you. Again, we're going to do it makeshift. That's 6. So 2 of these would do really well to do that. These guys need to rest. You, and you can rest. This guy's got 1 action point left. What should we do with it? This is fully upgraded. This, I think, is fully upgraded. Oh, we can't upgrade it because people are in it at the moment. I say we filter more water with him. We've only got 2 water. Yeah. Filtering water is a good sink to put spare action points in. If you're left with like 1 guy with 2 action points or 1 guy with 1 action point left, then the good thing to do with him is to filter water. Because you always need water and you get 6 out of it when you've got the advanced water filter, which is pretty good. So all action points taken care of. There's renegades nearby, so we're going to put the fire out to reduce camp visibility. Frost after night is still 0, which is good. And we're done. Let's move on. Can Siberia surprise you with anything else? Well, maybe. The table you are working at has been poorly secured, and when the night frost cuts the soil, the whole workshop began to slide dangerously into the nearby ravine. You rush to save it. It's so heavy. You have made a lot of effort to stabilize the structure. Okay. I don't know how to thank you. It is a miracle to meet other people who are still alive after all these days. And he gets plus friendship with everyone because they rescued him. You will pay it back. For now, tell me how you survived the crash. Whoa, they're harsh words from this guy. I owe everything to one boy. He knew the train as the back of his hand, where to hide and where to find supplies. Poor Petrusha, they've probably already caught him. I thought this guy was Petrusha. Have you left your friend to these butchers? It's not like that. We overheard their conversation. They knew that you hid in the forest and increased patrols. They are rascals with no conscience. They want to get rid of the witnesses because they are planning to return to the city in a few days, I guess, and I don't want anyone to recognize them. They finally noticed our traces too. They shot me and Pieter leapt into the woods to distract them. They followed him and soon you found me. If the boy has survived, we may go and look for him in several days. Rest now, and by the way, welcome to our camp. As they say, whenever we've got, you're welcome to it. Undercutting the branch. Oh no, we'll do Wadim's introduction. Comrades in misery, fate has put us under this difficult test. I appeal, let us rise above divisions. In the face of danger, everyone, a frivolous aristocrat, a greedy bourgeois, or a dumb peasant, must unite and cooperate. Was that greedy about me? That's a bit assumptive. Today we say no to divisions, no matter if you vomited oysters yesterday or cleaned up the vomit. That's too much. Woe to us if at this critical moment we give in to prejudices or expect special treatment. You, Alexei Rabinodrovich, certainly understand me, but there are black sheep among us. We must be on guard. Okay, thanks for that, Wadim, you weirdo. Super action points across the board. Starveling. This character's hunger increases faster than the others. Okay, so the first thing Wadim needs to do is dress that wound. Wasting our precious rags. Right, he's fine now. I think we made 2 lots of soup, didn't we? Okay, we'll make another lot of soup with Wadim. Where's the, where are my pine cones? There are my pine cones. Make another delicious soup. Using the edible roots. Food for everyone. Oh, blimey, they're still thirsty. That's surprising. Wadim, you douche. Oh, I used it on the wrong person, that's why. Gave it to this guy instead. Oh well. Was ever. We're going to go up to the river and collect more water, I think. Yeah. Yeah. What are these? Yeah, search the woods where Pietrush has escaped. Isn't this guy Pietrush? No, this is Sergov Ivanov. So we have to come down here to search for him. So I guess we'll do that today. Dangerous there. Insignificant there. Mushrooms are still low, so we'll come up and round through here. Who's going to go, though? Captain can go, he's got plenty of health. This guy, the thing is, I don't want to send him out because he's got very little health and he might die. Oh, screw it. These guys can all care for him, can't they now? Yeah, let's do that. You care for him in return. He did a favour for you. Plus 19 health. Brilliant. How much health does that put you on? Yeah, let's get his health up to full. These guys are all going to care for him today to get his health back up. one more. Plus 7 health. How's he doing now? Much better. We'll do it once last time. Care. You care for him. Get his health up. And gain. Okay, it's a bit pointless now because he's not getting that much. He's almost max health. Okay, so the two of you guys are going to go out again. You and you. Give them the same hunting equipment. Oh, I forgot we need more arrows. Let's just do that now, actually. Can we cancel this? Yeah, we can. Good. Pietro is going to make more arrows. Weapons, arrows. Oh, you can make a harpoon. Oh, it's for catching fish. Okay. Make one of those. Yeah. 4 more arrows. Very good. Send expedition. You and you. You get the shovel and the hatchet. You get the bow and arrow. Off we go. We're going to go... We can't go there because it's dangerous. Here is insignificant. So we're going to go here. Then here. We're going to search here. Good. There's an animal on the way. We can shoot it. Good. We got mushrooms. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Let's kill this thing. In the shade of spruces on the banks of a forest stream flowing down like a thin bead trickle on a steep slope, you see a musk deer, a small tiger deer with bizarre fangs. This is a great opportunity to bring some fresh meat to the camp. Yes, it is. Shoot it with a bow. The shot nastily missed by a good few curates, but it was enough to frighten the animal. Musk deer leaps into the nearby thicket and it's gone. Alright, that does it. I've had enough of this. You're not getting the bow anymore. That's 3 times you've missed, you incompetent buffoon. I thought you were a military man. Go after it. Yeah, we've read this before. The silent snow-covered forest fell completely silent. It's probably in a nearby grove. Try to track it down. You almost run into the musk deer. The animal immediately starts to run, but you're trying to shoot it with a bow. Bullseye! Success! The wounded animal falls over, raising a cloud of snow. You get the deer and finish it off. You get to the deer and finish it off. Looks like you're going to have a warm stew today. Brilliant. Dead animal. Done. Is this worth searching? Yeah, while we're here, we'll search this. Get more wood. Yeah, brilliant. Wood and split wood. Moss and a herb. Very good. We're getting close to getting lost, so let's go here and just do the whatever we're supposed to do. Although it is scary to wander the areas that the renegades often patrol, you have decided that you must know the fate of young Petrusha. By the tracks, it was easy to see the signs of the chase, but the further into the forest, the worse it goes. You found 2 bullet shells, but no blood traces anywhere. That's good because it means that the robbers missed. At some point, they probably separated. A larger group followed the boy, and one lone cutthroat seemed to be trying to surround the victim from the west. This does not bode well. We're going to follow the hunt. You come across a blood splash and signs of a struggle in the snow. It was fired several times here with a rifle. But what's this? Outside the footprints of people, you can see wolf paw marks, a lot of marks. What does this mean? Were the Pieter or the renegades attacked by a pack of wolves? It's really difficult to assess from the tracks what was happening here. All you know is that the pack of wolves ran north, which means they cut the tracks. No bodies can be seen. If the thugs shot 1 or 2 wolves, they had to take their prey with them. Search longer. You reach mossy trunks once fallen by a storm or a blizzard. Here you can put the remains of the renegade who wanted to surround this escaped Petrusha. The thug had run into a pack of wolves and at a critical moment the weapon let him down. He's still holding a pistol with a cracked lock. You haven't found Petrusha's body anywhere. Did the renegades get him, or did he end up in the jaws of wolves? You doubt more and more that he has survived, but for now you have to stop searching. Oh, we found a pistol and a bunch of ammunition, but we didn't find Petrushka. Okay, there's nothing here that's that useful. And our loss probability is 139% now. We're about to lose 5 action points from it. As you can see, we've only got 4 action points to spend, which means if we do another action, the odds are these guys are going to get lost. So we don't want that, so we're just going to return to camp. And that still costs us 3 action points just to return to camp. That's how dangerous that situation was. Okay, well this guy's getting close to exhaustion, so I'm going to leave him with 1 action point. And then the other 3 I'm going to put into the tent to rest. Yeah, because they've all got this exhaustion dot. Frost after night, there's renegades nearby, so we're going to put the fire out again, so the camp visibility is 0, and frost after night is still 0, so that's good. No more action points, all good. I don't know how we're going to do this. These renegades are not leaving. Look at them. They're all gathering around the chest that we're supposed to try and find. Fucking assholes. Something is lurking in the dark around the camp. You see a pair of eyes that ominously glance in your direction. Slowly moving between the trees, is there an amber leopard or maybe a lynx? The beast is certainly smaller than a bear, and a wolf would hardly wander alone. When you're wondering what steps are best to take in the event of an attack, the animal makes a quiet snort. I think that's supposed to say snort, not snore. And then the eyes disappear in the dark. Maybe in the morning the traces will tell you who the mysterious observer was. Comrade Mouser, you have the floor. Oh, we'll go with Jack of all trades. I think that's a good one. Just look at those stars. I see the Great Bear, or as the inhabitants of these regions say, the Great Reindeer. Oh, do you know the customs of the people in this area, comrade? It's great. Our rescue has just become much more certain, but you don't look like an ethnology professor at all. It's not like that. I'm not researcher or primitive people of primitive people. Okay. Although I traveled in a bit in Siberia, I just know the stars. I have it from college. Are you an astronomer? This is also great news. When we move towards civilization, your knowledge will help determine our location. No, I haven't actually finished these studies. Before you'll ask, the same as medicine, philosophy, and economics. So what did you do at the university? I was the cleaner. I was developing. I absorbed knowledge about the world, but above all about people. Contact with so many open minds showed me from what hard problems our society is suffering. The university is a breeding ground for the mind, a place where different classes and nationalities meet without fetters, superstition, and etiquette. I was thrown out of 4 faculties, but I owe more to these failures than to other successes. But at least you read the directions of the world from the locations of the stars? Yes, but I was taught that by my uncle the sailor. I think War and Peace is a good one as well. I wonder what's happening now in the capital. When I was leaving, the people of Petrograd had enough of these soft conformists from the provisional government. For God's sake, man, can't you talk about anything else than politics? I certainly don't brag about my wartime achievements. Cowards have nothing to brag about. That would burn. No, we're going to say it's about increasing morale. If I happen to tell something about the war, it's only to raise the spirit of our team. My person is irrelevant in these stories. What matters is only the morale of human resourcefulness and determination. Captain, you sound as if you loved war. War can be terrible, but without it, the mankind gets lethargic. Okay, that's just bullshit. Already Homer understood that the only trial of life and death brings out the best in man. Your golden mouth indeed, Captain. More often it guts you. We'll try golden mouthed. If the parliamentary government of the Republic stays in Russia for good, I foretell you a political career. I don't like idle talk. Politics is sacrifice to the nation, not just idle talk. But I understand that for you it is more convenient to sacrifice yourself by quickly dying in the war than to work on reforms, educate the nation, and improve the economy until old age. Elegies about people like you increase morale. Actions of people like me fill bellies, and build roofs over heads. Decide by yourself what is more important. Alright. War and Peace didn't really get us much after all. But it wasn't negative, so that's fine. Good, everyone's rested. Whoa, that got rid of his exhaustion completely. That's good. Same there, same there. This guy's exhausted, this guy's exhausted. Let's do food first. We've got no water. Okay, we're gonna go hunting. We're gonna go up and get water, but we're gonna go through this tile. Oops, wrong button. Gonna go through this tile and we're gonna try and hunt this thing. Oh jeez, it's a bear. You go deeper into the Kedar forest, black as a grave. Somewhere nearby, a stream murmurs and owls hoot in the treetops. Sneaking under the scratching bushes, you navigate more with your hearing than your eyesight, and suddenly you hear the growling or barking. It's the furry wolverine low to the ground, trying to scare you away from its prey, a small musked deer. Shoot it with a bow. The shot hits the animal in the head and kills it right away. It looks like you have both the deer and the wolverine. Sick! Nice. Wolverine, musk deer. Take both. And there's an animal here as well. Let's go get that animal. The nooks and crannies of the taiga are quiet and impenetrable to eyesight, and yet you are breaking through the gloomy thicket because you found the tracks of some lonely stray animal. It seems to you that the further you go, the easier it will be. But here too, the bushes and young trees tangle together, obstruct the road. Cursing, you rip off the scratching branches and see the predator. Not far away from you lies a lynx or a Manchurian panther. The cat lies lazily on its stomach, its back legs tucked under. His back is facing you, so you can't see if it's eating something or dozing. Try to shoot it with a bow. The arrow dug in with a hollow sound, chipping a piece of bark. You are approaching the alleged lynx, and from a different angle it turns out to be only a frozen tree stump. The damn tiger is giving you hallucinations. Oh, okay. What a waste of an arrow. Berries medium here. Depleted mushrooms, low. Average, dangerous, safe. Why is this dangerous, the river bend? These guys are miles away. Let's go here and go for the blueberries. Excellent, Smithers, excellent. Now we'll go here for the water. 6 water, that's pretty good. I know it's dangerous, but we're going to risk it. We're going to go here and search for more water. Good. That's 12, and here the risk is average. So we're going to go here and search for water again. Yeah, I thought that might happen. We kind of deserved that. I'm getting a bit greedy. But this doesn't do too much. You just run towards the trees. And they get fatigued, they get shock, and then you should be okay. The thugs must have... Yeah, and they lose track and you return to camp. Okay, that's fine. No real issues there. He just got a bit shocked. So we can give him a cigarette to get rid of his shock. One cigarette, 2 cigarettes, and now he's fine. He's happy again. Right, we need to cook. 3 blueberries, 1, 2, 3. You can have insects as well. You can have insects as well. So you two don't need to eat, which means we just need to cook 1 lot of soup. Who's going to do the cooking? You can, because you waste AP doing small actions around the base, but you've only got 1 AP to lose. So it doesn't matter if you waste an AP, or you can't waste an AP is what I'm saying. 1 mushroom and 3 roots. Cook the stew or the soup. Who needs soup? This guy doesn't, this guy does. This guy does, this guy does. He also needs some water. Yep. He needs some water as well. He needs some water as well. That's why we went up to the river, to get enough water for everyone. He's fine. He could do with some water. Right, who's resting out of these 3? None of them, they're all fine. So, rest can go to these 2. Oh, he hasn't used his AP yet, hang on. Yeah, let's skin the deer. Oh, I think this guy's a butcher, actually. I seem to have forgotten that. If you use this guy to skin animals, I think he gets the butcher trait, which grants you more resources from them. Let's find out. 8 meat. Look at that. Sexy. Try again. No, he's not getting it this time. Last time I used him for skinning animals, he got the butcher trait and he got more resources from them. Not complaining though. It's not like we're running low on resources or anything. We have got tons of food. Tons and tons of food now after that. We need people to smoke the meat, otherwise it's going to go bad. How much do we have? 21 meat. That is what I'm talking about. Smoked food, smoked meat. Right, you can start smoking them. You can carry on. Okay, you 3 can rest. We've still got this guy. What are we going to do with this guy? You can cook a meat for the morning. Delicious stew requires... One of them only requires 1 meat. I seem to remember. Yeah, 1 meat. Delicious stew. There we go. And a herb. You can use garlic for that. How much do we get? Only 2, yeah. So it's really not worth doing the stew. If you're going to cook meat, the best thing to do is to do the roasts. I know it takes a lot of meat, but you get a lot from it. If you do stuffed roast, I think you get 6. And if you do delicious stuffed roast, you get 4 or 5. Whereas if you do stew, you only use 1 meat, but you only get 2 stews, which doesn't help anyone, really. Yeah, he can just filter water with his last 2 stat points. Like I said just now, if you've got someone with just 2 stat points left, a good thing to do with them is to filter water. Oh, actually, I could have made clothes with him, couldn't I? Whatever, we'll make clothes tomorrow. Put the campfire out so visibility can go to 0 since we've got people nearby. All done, taken care of, and the night. Comrade Mouser, you have the floor. I'm glad I met you, Alexei Rabinovich. It comforts me that such extraordinary minds see the need for change and insignificant commitment to the provisional government. Yes, you are right, Wadim, but what can we, the prisoners of the wilderness, do? Let's think what we will do after returning to civilization. But Wadim, I'm not suitable for politics. I can't speak fluently like you, besides. Nonsense, Comrade Alexei. We need people like you. If all true intellectuals of Russia got rid of bourgeois superstitions and restrictions, a real revolution would rage from Petrograd to Vladivostok. Revolution can lead to violence. Comrades, watch your words. A rising revolutionary enthusiasm among the unaware masses can lead to unnecessary violence. Ah, so you are also restrained by this humane nonsense, comrade. It's a pity, what a pity. You have the chance to ride a steam locomotive of history and it doesn't slow down. Although it sometimes derails. Do you doubt, Alexei, the victory of the People's Revolution and the triumph of the progressive part of society? Of course not. Only when I listen to you, comrade, I'm a little scared of if I'm progressive enough. So be careful, because when we're done with the kulaks, then who knows, maybe we'll start with the brake operators. Wow, what a prick. Whiskey in the jars, do that. I always wondered why vodka could be bought in a restaurant car. After all, the provisional government haven't removed the bans. The prohibition is to last until the end of the war. This is the duplicity of aristocracy rule and the bourgeois. Before the revolution, no one was allowed to drink vodka, but the rich... Oh, but the rich. Oh, you know, but the rich did what they wanted. Now Kerensky pretends that all privileges have been abolished. But aristocrats drink vodka anyway, only in secret. They pretend it's imported. Oh, yes, yes. I saw myself that the chefs poured local moonshine into pretty bottles with English labels. If it is allowed to drink foreign, everything is legal. You can see that the Russian people can cope with every ban. You see, dear Grigory, this damn system works so that you have to play games. The Tsar was abusing common people. The provisional government is abusing them. If the Bolsheviks came to power, both war and prohibition would end. And bullying would also end. When the means of production are taken over and used in an egalitarian way, no one will have any reason to bully anyone. The class struggle will end, and with it, the oppression. Let's get back to the point. Will vodka come back? Yes, that is a good point. Lenin will chase officials away, and you will be able to buy vodka without any subterfuge. What kind of toast will you raise then? For revolution and lifting the prohibition, for us gathered at this campfire. Yeah, for us gathered at this campfire. Good, we got a camp morale boost. Not that we needed it. Camp morale is literally max. Good. Okay. We're going to make a soup again. Wadim, you can make it. soup, delicious soup. Herb can be the mushroom. Vegetable can be the edible root. So you and you get soup, and you get delicious stew. Congratulations. 1 water for him, 1 water for him. He doesn't need water. He does. He doesn't. It's just Wadim. Okay, brilliant. Camp. Still guys nearby, so let's put the campfire out again. Clothes. Let's start making clothes. We're going to need more string than that, but fabric alteration. We need to turn this last canvas into string because we're running low on it. So we're out of canvas. So we're going to take the 2 clothes that we just made. Are they in here? Yeah, they're here. Give it to the expedition guys. You can have warm, durable clothes. You can have warm, durable clothes. We also need more arrows. Wadim, you're going to make us more arrows. We can do it again. Yeah, do it again. We're starting to run low on sticks, so you can make us some more sticks from the branches that we found, because we've got loads of them. That should create us a fuckload more sticks. Yep, 32, very nice. We need to check the snares, because we haven't done that yet, so you can check the snares. Hey, we've got a birdie. Little birdie bird. We'll deal with the bird later. Let's go out. We need to look for canvas. Jeez, look at all these guys around here. They're all gathered around our camp. Now there's 3 of them on there. We have not been able to do this mission ever since we got it. It's an RNG game. Sometimes it's like that. Where was the canvas? It was up here somewhere. Canvas low. Rag plenty. Canvas low. And it's safe around here. So we're going to come up here. Yeah, we're going to come up to here, then here, then here and here, and see if we can find some canvas. Oops, wrong thing. Send expedition. You and you. Same equipment as usual. Oh, do we go after the deer? It's kind of in the opposite direction. I want to go after it. Oh, it's a moose. You notice a moose lying on a snowy slope with its legs folded underneath, the body and its head on its stomach. What a giant animal. Even when resting, it seems to tower above the valley, and its majestic antlers immediately bring to mind that it is the unquestionable king of the taiga. If you manage to hunt it down, it would feed you for a week. Apparently, one of the Siberian superstitions says that the sleeping moose is inviolable and you should warn the bull with shouts before trying to kill it. Well, you're so hungry that you'll probably skip the forest etiquette. Yeah, just shoot it. It's hard to say what you've hit. The moose looks almost casually in your direction, rises and begins to trot in the opposite direction. This moose has no problem running across the unstable snow and terrain where you can barely move. You have no chance to chase it. Come back here, you fucker. Shoot it with a bow. No. We are going to hunt this moose. I don't care how long it takes. The arrow hit the moose on the body. It jumps up and starts to run down the valley. It doesn't look like it's limping. Doesn't it notice the wound? The moose has no problem running across unstable and snowy terrain where you can barely move. You have no chance to chase it, but maybe you can track it down following the blood. Oh good, it went back towards the camp. Got it, the moose you couldn't hunt before is drinking water from a mountain stream quite near you. It has a lot of clotted blood on its side. Since it has no fresh blood, it will probably pull through and run from the valley if you don't get it today. Shoot it with a bow. Have you hit it? Have you missed? It's hard to say. The alarmed animal jumps up to escape between the snowdrifts. You have no chance to catch it. You useless dummies. They let it get away. That was a waste of arrows. Alright, let's go up here to the canvas area. Insignificant. 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 Find some canvas, please. At the very least. Good. 4 canvas. Brilliant. That's like 4 items of clothing. Plenty of rags. Let's go down here. Because we haven't searched this before, so we're likely to get good stuff. Yeah, mushrooms, bugs, all kinds of stuff. Oh, there's an animal here. Insignificant danger level. Let's get the animal. Can make up for your mistake by killing a fox instead. Right, the wind eased and the entire taiga froze. In the Siberian silence, you can hear even the crackling of frozen trees and the murmur of soft snow falling on the ground. You stop so that the creaking of snow under the feet does not frighten away the big wood grouse lazily pecking the old stump. Suddenly a fox pops out of the snowbank. The hunt fails. The bird rushes to escape, and the redhead sniffs its nose in the snow. A dozen or so arsons from you. Arshins? What's an arshin? Weird. Try and shoot it with a bow. You had one chance to hit and you failed. The fox sees you and makes off between the bushes immediately. Oh my god, we can't get it either because these guys are here. Let's just search because we haven't found anything yet on this tile. Don't want the insects or the poisonous mushroom. Take the rest of it. Loss probability. We don't want to get lost. It's not worth it. Not for another tile. And we've got no more AP. So we're just going to return to camp with what we've got. That was a failed hunting trip, you idiots. You missed everything. It's not like it matters. We got tons of meat. But still, I would have liked to kill that moose. I think we've got 4 mushrooms there. 2 eggs. I think we need more arrows after that as well, so make some more arrows. I think we used about 4 arrows, didn't we? Let's have a look. We've got 11, that's fine. Who needs to rest? No one. Well, whatever, we'll put the top 3 in then. You two have warm, durable clothes so you can sit out the night. Frost's fine. Yeah, all good. Oh shit. The cold day is nearing its end. Although there's no wind, the taiga is never completely silent. The frost-covered branches jingle in the dark. Larch trunks creak from the cold. A late bird flies over the tree crowns. You dream about huddling around a fire, drinking warm brew, and giving in to the Morpheus's hug. Suddenly there's a bang! Unprepared and unsurprised, you jump up and hide between the trees. Another shot echoes. It must have been fired at the edge of the nearby ravine. It's definitely the renegades. Luckily, they seem not to have discovered your camp yet. Otherwise, there'd be nothing left of you. Good thing you had no fire burning. Yeah, we didn't have a fire burning, did we? So that is a good thing. You stay in silence and darkness for quite some time, not daring to leave your hideouts. There are no further shots, but you do hear snippets of conversations. The thugs must be very close. Oh, what a doe it was. Must have had a lot of fat. What a shame, what a shame. I'm telling you, I got it. To hell with this darkness. There must be traces of blood somewhere around here. We've gone too far. We'll stay here for the night and continue in the morning. Give the Kunkrutsky the signal to come to us. I haven't heard any of them firing their arms, so they too haven't gotten anything either. One of the renegades fires 2 shots into the sky, and somewhere from the distance comes a similar response. Unfortunately, you are unable to tell if the men are going away or just split to look for firewood around your hideout. It's going to be a long night. They are nearly here. We have to stay vigilant. Seems as those bastards are not running out of their ammunition. Our train must have proven profitable to them. Maybe they'll leave if they find that reindeer. Let's hope so. There haven't been so many of those bastards sniffing around our camp before. We'll see in the morning if we've covered our tracks well. There's really not anything else we can do now. They probably left already and it's so cold here. Can't we somehow mask the bonfire and light the embers? We have masked the bonfire. It's out. I'm afraid that without drilling into the ground frozen like a stone, it will not be possible to hide the glow of the fire. Until these bastards get out of the area, we can't light even a single pine cone. They will notice any flame. Then let's light a flame in the distance. Maybe it will lure them away. Light the decoy in the distance from the camp. It's a surprisingly good idea. As soon as it's somewhat safe, someone must go north and light the decoy bonfire. Okay, I guess we'll do that next. Let's try Kunkursky. Those thugs were talking about the Kunkursky. What's that all about? It's a bane of the railway and the Gruski homesteaders. Kunkursky are rebels driven out of Manchuria. They hunt poorly so in the taiga they live mostly from lootings. During the attack on the train, we didn't see any Chinks. Oh, that's a bit racist. We didn't see any Chinese, I should say. They must have teamed up with our renegades only recently, probably encouraged by the prospect of bigger spoils. This is not good because there must be a lot of them. Maybe we can somehow turn them against each other. Can you speak Chinese? No. Okay, we're going to make some clothes for everyone. We have to make the decoy as well. We have got tons of fuel. We'll use one of the lamp oil. Oh no, we've got tons of lard. Let's use the lard. That's the decoy done. Now let's make the clothes. Warm, durable clothes. 1 canvas, 3 of these. And we've got just enough string to do it again. 1 canvas, 3 of these. Right, so everyone's got clothes now, which is good. Everyone's got clothes, so they'll be warm enough. What was I going to do? I was going to do something else. Oh yeah, make some more string. Because we're out of string now. After making all those clothes. We should have enough canvas. Yeah, we'll save 1 canvas and use 1 canvas to make string. Seven string, very nice. Okay, now we need to cook as well. So let's... Oh, we can't add fuel. Oh, they won't let us add fuel to the fire, so we can't cook. That is interesting. I didn't know that. And killed renegades. Oh, for some reason it's gone on to the other... It's gone on to the other scenario. Okay. I don't know why, but for some reason, it's, instead of doing the vanilla scenario, it's gone on to the other one, where you have to kill the renegades at the end. So we're going to give it a go. I don't have a definite solution for this one. This one's a bit weird. I'm not sure how you're supposed to do it. But the walkthrough that I've done so far works for any scenario, like I said. You just need to work out this end game bit. So we'll give it a go now and see if we can complete it. And if not, who cares, right? We did a pretty good run. I've shown you how to get through to the start. I've shown you how to get into a very strong position for the end game. All we need to do now is make some weapons if we're going to be killing people. So let's do that now. Let's upgrade this. You and you can upgrade this. One of those and 4 of those. You can repair the pistol. Yeah, we don't have a broken rifle yet, so we just have to do the pistol. Luckily, we have got a shit ton of meat. It's annoying that we can't cook. You just have to eat the eggs raw. Sorry, guys. 1 bugs each. You can eat 1 bugs without getting indigestion or getting sick, so take advantage of it every now and then if you want. I don't want to waste the meat on them because it gets rid of the smoked meat. Look how much food it cures. And they've only got this tiny amount of hunger. Plus action points aren't that important, so I'll probably just save it for when they're starving. You can filter more water. Where are we going? We're going up round there, so we're not going the river. So yeah, you can filter more water for your last action. Now we'll top them off on water, so one each I should imagine. 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. How are you doing? No, you don't need water, you're fine. Actually, yeah, 1 each. 1 for you, 1 for you. Right, we're not going to worry about the food thing. We're going to wait, because we can't light the fire and cook anything. We need to ration the food, and in order to ration the food, we need to save it for as long as possible. It's a good thing you smoked all that meat. So we're going to save it until they're really hungry, until they get up to, because it does like 4 dots, it does 5 dots of hunger, right? So we're going to save until they're basically starving, and then we'll start feeding them. In the meantime, we're going to go light that other decoy fire like they suggested. You and you. We're going to try giving the bow and arrow to this guy, see if he's any better with it. You can be the shovel bitch. And have the decoy and the hatchet. I don't want to take the pistols because although they're more powerful, the shot, as it says, a shot can get the attention of the renegades. The bow and arrow is silent, so we can hunt silently with it. The pistol's more powerful, so we're more likely to kill something like a deer, like a stag, the one that got away, but it also alerts the renegades, so it's not worth it. Got the decoy, got everything else, let's go. Anything here worth scavenging while we're here? No. No. Not really. No. Let's just go. Let's just do this. But this landslide is an ideal place to light the decoy. The area is quite exposed and at the same time is higher than your camp. You're glad you've prepared the firewood beforehand because the wood scattered around that's frozen is frozen and would not keep burning for long enough. You light the fire and quickly run away, covering up your tracks. The fire should certainly be visible from the valley and it will certainly attract some of the renegades. Oh, we could get honey here, so let's search here. Honey would be really useful at this point. 1 honey. We found 4 arrows as well. That's cool. And a bunch of sticks. We can't come down here like I wanted to because there's a wall of renegades. Oh, beans. Beans and medium. You can eat beans without having to cook them, so let's go to the bean place. We found a rope. We found no beans though. That sucks. We've still got one action point. The loss probability is pretty low, so let's go here and search the cabin. See if we can find that cabin thing. No, we couldn't. We found some rags. We found some vodka. We found some good stuff. Okay, let's get back to camp before we get lost. One honey is 3 food. So who's the most hungry? I think Wadim is. No. It's between Wadim and the soldier. Well, we'll leave it because that's 3 food and he's only got 1 thing. So, or 1.5 things. Who's tired? Who's the most tired? The bottom 3 are these guys. So rest, you, and you. All good. Camp visibility is minimal. Let's end day. Decoys may work, but we can't be running around the woods each night under the noses of these butchers, and our hard work building the shelter will be worth nothing if we won't be able to roast meat and warm ourselves to sleep. We have to take new steps. What do you propose? Parley, moving the camp? We'll kill every last one of them. Yeah, this isn't the vanilla scenario. I don't know why, but for some reason it's got onto the other scenario where we have to kill the renegades. The vanilla scenario, you just have to set up a beacon, a burning beacon on either side of the track, which you just need high calorie fuel and sticks and stones for, which we have. So we're all set to complete the vanilla one. If this was vanilla, we'd have completed it easily. If this was the basic vanilla scenario, then you've definitely completed it with ease from this point forward. But we're doing the killed renegades one, which is much harder to achieve. Great idea. Why didn't we think about the first day? Because you're focusing on survival, mate. You're in a different position on the first day. Oh wait, we did, but there's more of them and they're better armed, well fed, warm and trained in combat. Have we missed anything? It's all true, but then we were strangers here. Now we have over 2 weeks of experience and we're still alive. It's the tiger that kills. Let it do our job for us. We just need to help it. I'm beginning to understand. Let's think the dangerous places we've discovered in the area. There's a river to the north. Maybe we could lure a thug onto the fragile ice. That's a start. With a little help from gravity. The renegades are most certainly not scared of cold or hunger. And fighting them is no easy task, since the Siberian clothes protect well from blades to which we have access, but furs won't protect them from falling rocks. You're suggesting dropping some boulders on them. There must be somewhere a good place for that, some ravine from which it's hard to escape. There's a place like that to the north from the grove with the woodworms. Let's try the stone circle to the west. I suggest the stone circle to the northwest. It's a disorienting place. We could lure the renegades there and drop one of the megaliths on them. Those stones have been standing there for years despite the Siberian wind. I doubt we managed to move them. What else can we drop on these bastards? Maybe the locomotive, perhaps a rotten tree. Perhaps a rotten tree. The trees in the woodworm grove are easy to tip over. We could set up a few traps there. Apart from dropping things on renegades, we could also figure out a place where we could push them off something. In the woods to the east there are deep chasms, often obscured by moss and snow. I think it would be worth a try. Let's hope the gravity is on our side. Okay, so a whole bunch of tasks to do. flapping bird. A hawk took the easy way out, and instead of hunting something, it decided to steal a hare from your trap. As soon as you saw this, you rushed to chase the robber away, but it managed to tear the snares apart severely. The good news is that you have the hare. The bad news is that the traps placed in the palisade barely hold on. Shelter is under snow. I think the palisade just took a whole load of damage from that bird. Stupid thing. You got a hare though, so that's good, I suppose. Right, palace shelter's under snow, so we need to dig that up. Good, he didn't use an AP. This guy's got, see, 3 and a bit dots now, so let's give him the honey and see how much it does for him. Did 1.5 dots. Okay. You can be our game flayer again. Good, we got 5 meat out of that. Even raw, it's a delicacy in these conditions. Yeah, exactly. So everyone can have 1 meat. Iron stomach. This character can digest almost anything. Indigestion and poisoning, it lasts a lot shorter time. That's good. Oh fuck, it does give you indigestion. I didn't know that. Oh well. Indigestion is better than starving, that's for certain. And it's not like we need a lot of action points right now. In fact, that meat barely did anything for them. Fuck. It obviously needs to be cooked. Well, you've got indigestion anyway, so eat up. Oh, you get hallucination as well, or nausea as well. Character with nausea will lose morale every night. You can get rid of the sickness with antidote. Well, he's got tons of morale, so that doesn't matter. Hopefully that'll just go away. Who else wants a bug? He wants a bug. Eat the bug. Water for this guy. Water for Wadim. Yeah, I seem to remember that after a short while you get to light the campfire again. Otherwise there's just no way to keep up with this, because you'll just eat all the meat that you have and then die of starvation. Still can't. But because we've got this max upgrade, we've got the mats down. Where is it? These mats here on the floor. And everyone's wearing clothes. Even though it's a heavy snow, we're still not getting any frost. So that's why it's important to get to this point, like we have. Yeah, let's do what we need to do. Look at the look at the what? Look at the crevices. Well, we can't because there's a guy on there. Prepare the rotten tree trunks. That's there. And then explore the idea of an ambush by the river. That's up there. Okay. So we're going to come here, 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 here. Obviously. Send expedition, you and you. Same again. We're going to keep an eye out for meat. We're going to take the rope in case we need it for anything. The ice does not cover the whole river this time of year, but by its bank, in the bends and on the slower current, the layer of ice is quite thick and you can get to several islands. Maybe if you set up the decoy fire on one of them, one of the scouts would risk coming closer. You'd have to then crush the ice without getting shot. The plan seems pretty naive, but it's better than no plan at all. Let's devote some time to polishing the plan. These guys are going to be exhausted when they get back. At second glance, it doesn't look that bad. The icy road to one of the eyots leads under a high cliff. If you light the fire on the island, an intrigued scout will surely try to assert the situation from the high ground. It will be worth it to ambush him there and push him onto the thin ice floe. And if the scout decides to sneak up closer to the isle, you can throw stones from the cliff and break the ice. Let's check the ice and isle. Oh, and they got frost as well. The ice leading to one of the overgrown eyots crackles treacherously, and here and there you can see the bubbles of air moving underneath it. You can safely crawl across it to the island, but the ice floe may break if someone's not careful. It will probably break also when hit by a stone dropped from the cliff. As long as it's not thickened by the increasing cold, seems you should not linger for too long if you want to set up the trap. We light the fire on the isle and prepare the stones on top of the cliff. It took a while, but you've prepared a pretend campsite on the eyot. The way you set it up will make the renegades think that you've been hiding there for days, even after the fire goes out. You also carried a few boulders to the top of the cliff and covered them with fresh snow. It's time to go back to camp now. The fire gives off barely any smoke, so it won't attract the renegades before dark. Okay. Well, we're not going to go back to camp yet. Let's go around here and try and do this one as well. Safe, insignificant. That's safe, so let's go there. Safe. Here and then here. It is not apparent at the first glance, but this part of the forest has been heavily damaged by the woodworms. Another time of year it would be easy to tell apart the grey trunks of the dead pines from the green forest, but now everything is masked by frost and no one will notice which trees could be prone to falling down. It can work in your favour. All you have to do is find suitable places for the traps, fracture some of the rotting trunks, prepare easy to knock down supports, and not get flattened yourselves. You might make it before dark. Okay, let's start making the ambush. The work was going smoothly, but at some point one of the trees you disturbed gave in to the gravity and fell to the ground, knocking down another branch along the way. Luckily you've managed to dodge it, but some of the other traps were ruined. What was left can hardly be considered a proper ambush. On the other hand, it's dangerous here anyway, so maybe you don't need elaborate traps. We end our work for today. No, let's do this again and properly. Do it again and properly, boys. While you're there. Finding proper spots, cutting trees and masking the rotten wood really lasted until late at night. You won't make it to the camp now. Shit. But you can light a fire here. It definitely will attract the attention of the renegades, but you'll be able to warm yourselves a bit before the thugs arrive. Okay, cool. Oh, damn it. Now they're going to be stuck out at night. Well, at least they're not hungry and thirsty. They'll get back and they'll be freezing and exhausted, I should imagine. Well, we can't do anything else now. They're out. They're out for the night. Simple as. These guys have got tons of action points left with nothing to do. So we're just going to build up the camp. This is fully upgraded, but we can repair it using this guy. So we're going to do that. Wood, 1 stick. Structure. We've got tons of clay, so we'll just use clay. Repair the palisade. Good work, young man. Good work. Well repaired. Solitary. This character likes to act alone. When they perform bigger actions alone, they increase their morale. Okay. Okay, so that's fully upgraded. I think the shelter's fully upgraded. Yeah, shelter's fully upgraded. Campfire's fully upgraded. The workshop, like I said, I've literally never built this. I don't see the point in it. I don't see any use for it. You're too busy doing other stuff and trying to fulfill the scenario to run around and lay traps and snares out in the wilderness. So I've literally never built it and I've never felt the need for it. And then these ones, it just depends on what your situation is. This you don't need unless you get to such a bad situation that someone has frostbite and then you don't take care of the frostbite, so then you have to amputate them. Or you've got a wound that's become infected because you haven't taken care of it for long enough. But as long as you take care of your guys like I've done and you build this and this first and use it to clean up wounds and take care of their injuries as soon as they occur, you shouldn't need this. This one you should never need to build either. And then this is just like a little bonus thing. Actions of gathering strength and care additionally reduce the character's freezing level. So if you need to heal them by gathering strength or caring for them, having this upgraded also increases their morale and their freezing level. But that's it. It doesn't do anything else. So it's not really worth it. It's a bit of a waste of resources if you've if you've got to a point like this where you're strong enough to not need it. So the only thing I can suggest is just repairing everything so it doesn't break. Or get snowed under. Like this, for example, has only got 11% quality, so this guy's going to repair it. This has only got 21%, so he can repair that as well. Good work, Petrov. We literally can't do anything else. Oh yeah, we can check the snares and gather brushwood, can't we? So let's do that. You can check the snares. Oh good, a hair. Brilliant. Gather some brushwood as well. Oh, an optional tool is a sack. Can we make a sack? Yes, we can, because we've got plenty of fur. Make a sack, young man. And now, how much water have we got? 4. I think the 2 of them can actually, instead of gathering brushwood, the 2 of them can filter water. So we've got plenty of water in the future. Okay, and then obviously all of them can rest in the shelter because there's only 3 of them now. That's it, job done. They're going to get cold, but that's because they're out in the wilderness, yeah. Can't do anything else, so let's end the day. The captain is missing, it was to be expected. He set us as a bait for the renegades. That's a bit assumptive, you prick. He's gone for like 1 night. And they went to set up traps. Well, you know something could have happened. You're not worried about him at all. You just assume that he's deserted you and abandoned you. Maybe something has happened to him, exactly. I don't think so. Dimitrij likes to boss everyone about, but he's no cynic. He says what he thinks. If he set us up for shooting, maybe, he would first indicate where to sit and assign roles. How do you explain his disappearance? Any number of explanations, you dickhead. Maybe something has happened to him, or he can't see the camp in a snowstorm and return. Well, I'm not moving from here. If you want to go looking for him, go ahead, but I do not advise it. If good intentions could help, we would be now drinking hot cocoa in Vladivostok. It's not good. Alexei Romanov is missing. Maybe he even died. I doubt it. We're not that lucky. Oh, that's harsh. He'll definitely be back tomorrow morning, cold and ready to complain all day. I just hope that this adventure will teach him some discipline. Are you sure he can manage, alone, sick? It's his fault if he got lost and is no sicker than us. We've lost a very intelligent ally. If you're not moved by solidarity, remember that we have just lost a very intelligent ally. He was only strong in the mouth, and you don't discuss with Siberia. We'd probably venture into the forest for you, but for Alexei, let him prove himself and come back on his own. So they used up the 2 conversations talking about the fact that these guys are missing, which is fair enough. We don't really need the conversations for anything at this point. Question is, are they going to come back? Oh, they did come back. Brilliant. Troublesome branch. The day started with a heavy wind, and a heavy branch broke off from one of the nearby trees. It fell straight onto your shelter, but luckily no one was inside. The hatch is in a miserable condition. You will have to roll up your sleeves and improve the structure today. Well, it's lucky we fixed it yesterday then, isn't it? Yeah, these guys just got cold, basically, because they were out all night. This guy can repair this then. And then check the snares. Good, another hare. Three meat. So basically just eating raw rabbit at this point because we can't cook. Can you eat this? You can eat it, but it's only 2 dots. And this is a lot more dots. Everybody chow down on raw meat. And everybody gets a drink to wash it down with as well. Everyone's got indigestion. And this guy's still hungry. Alright, you can have some bugs then. Here you go. This guy's tired and cold. This guy's tired and cold. Do we have to do anything else? Oh, we can come here. It's safe. We can finally come here again. And then also these guys are here, so we can come here and trigger the ambush. Oh, and there's guys there as well, so we can trigger that ambush. Cool, let's do that. Which one's closer? 1, 2, 3 tiles, 1, 2, 3 tiles. Alright, let's send these guys first. Well, we're just going to trigger the ambush, aren't we? So we want them to be armed, actually. Where's the weapons? And then a couple of melee weapons for them as well. Where's the axe gone? Right, armed to the teeth as best we can. We're going to send them up here to try and look at this, and also to try and ambush the other guys. Chasms under the moss. There must have been an underground arm of a river flowing here, but because of constant freezing and unfreezing, it caused many cracks and fissures in the ground, and then changed its course. Now, underneath the peaceful forest, there are treacherous crevices, the depth of which is impossible to determine. During hiking here, more than once, somebody's leg broke through the moss, finding no ground underneath, or a wide gap unexpectedly forced you to look for a detour. Even if the renegades knows the secrets of this area, the Chukunsk who joined them recently could be easily led into a trap. There's nothing left to do but choose a few hideouts and determine the possible escape route, and then light the decoy bonfire. Cool, so we're going to go here because the renegades are on the trap, and this should trigger the ambush. You've been watching 2 renegades from your hideout for quite some time, while they were frantically trying to deduce anything from the tracks you've left behind. Although the thugs are behaving really carelessly, they annoyingly pass by all the places which you thought would be the best traps. They did not lean against any rotten trunk, haven't tripped on any of the supports, nor stepped on any trigger. Even when they were passing relatively close to you, did not have a good position to knock down on them a weakened tree. Throw rocks to lure them to the right place. Yeah, throw rocks to lure them to the right place. Shh, did you hear that? One of the renegades stops the other. That woodpecker looking for woodworms? No, listen, you throw a couple more stones to get the attention of the thugs, but without success. Damn it, bloody bird. The renegades seem to be focusing on something else. For a moment you consider revealing yourselves so that the bandits would follow you, but suddenly another voice reaches your group, a couple of throats singing a strange song in unintelligible language. The Chinese are here. Perfect. We'll give them vodka so that they'll search the grove while we're sitting comfy by the fire. Damn it, both Russians and the Chukotsky is too much. You won't stand a chance in a fight, and there's no point in waiting until they all politely stand underneath a falling tree. This time you're forced to give up on the ambush and leave the area. Okay, so we're just going to return to camp then. That didn't work. And then we'll send these guys out again for the next set. Send them out to try the other ambush instead. Let's try up here. Safe, insignificant. The fire you set up is long gone, but the fake campsite must have attracted the attention of a scout, since you can see his silhouette on top of the cliff from the distance. You carefully sneak up to a nearby hill to get a better view of the situation. It seems that the ice by the riverbank is completely gone, and there's a tree stump sticking out of the water. Earlier you hoped that the renegade will decide to go to the island, but his idea was quite different. Suspecting that you're hiding at the yacht, he dropped the heavy log from the cliff to break the ice and cut off your escape route. He then must have lied in wait until you decide to check out the source of the noise or try to return to the camp. The renegade is alert and armed, and on top of that you're not sure if his companions aren't nearby. This may be a missed opportunity. Try to shoot the scout. It wasn't hard to find a good place to take the shot. When aiming, you remember all the pain the renegades caused, and your blood begins to boil. You fire the bullet, and, as if it was led by the devil himself, you hit the bastard right in the head. The thug didn't even groan, he just limply slid off the cliff and fell into the icy arms of the river below, or maybe into the hellish flames. Well, serves him well. I think serves him right, maybe? Though it's a shame he took his warm coat and rifle with him. Yeah, I wanted that rifle. You quickly survey the place where he was waiting and gather some basic ammunition and a supply of smoked meat. That's good. You then leave the area. There's a long way ahead of you if you want to settle the score with the renegades. Oh, smoked fish. Not even smoked meat. Well, while we're here, we're going to gather some water. Why is it deadly? There's no one there. There's no one around here. Maybe not. It's risky. We don't need the water. We can just return to camp. We've got tons of action points for doing water, so we don't need it. Nothing to upgrade, nothing to build. Yeah, we're just going to filter water with these guys. Right, who's the most tired? Not these two. Yeah, they'll get rid of their frost. 0 visibility. Let's end the night. We killed 1 renegade, great. Evening gale. A terrible gale has started before dark. Snow and broken branches are filling the air, and you are running frantically around the camp, securing your belongings. A tree has fallen nearby. Not good. On shallow taiga soil, the roots of all trees grow in width and tangle badly. If one falls, it weakens all the others around. With these gusts, you are afraid that soon one of the larches may crush your camp. I hope not. That would suck. Brainstorm. Compared to the renegades, we are poorly armed. Let's figure out what other dangerous places we found on the taiga and how we can use them against those thugs. There was an avalanche once at the northern slopes. The renegades seem to rarely go there, but if we lured them there, we could try to cause another landslide. The trees in the west are much denser than you have to trudge through them almost blindly. What if we set there some snares, okay, or a falling log, prepare traps in the dense thicket, or a tiger pit? Yes, it seems like a thing that could work. There's a lot of work waiting for us in the morning. Imagine. Sergei Ivanov, what are you going to do when the war is over? Wars are endless. Only sometimes the armies are so tired that we call the truce peace courteously. Be patient, my friend. Soon the Bolsheviks will force Kerensky to start serious peace talks with the Reich in Austria. And then, when the revolution breaks out in the West as well, it will turn out that the war is a terrible relic of the past. Will the revolution replace the war? Isn't that a leap from the pan to the fire? It's enough if German workers understand that they are fighting not for their cause, but to fill the cab of Krupp or Mauser. They will abandon their officers and stand side by side with us to fight. Against whom? Because what you are saying, Wadim, sounds like the war never ends, only the enemies change. Well, you will have to finish the revolutionary work and defeat all war supporters. But you are the supporter of war, Wadim. Maybe I have expressed myself wrong. When you mention it, I think I may have expressed myself wrong. War is not the goal of the revolution. The goal is a class of society and general well-being. If there are other means to achieve such transformation, then of course we will reach for them. Let's hope that these means will be found. Yes, let's. Avoid war at all costs. Campfires under snow, so let's dig it out with you. Good work. You can repair it as well, actually, while we're talking about it. Someone needs to check the snares. Wood grouse. I wonder if checking the snares again. Well, I don't think it does. I think you can only check this. Yeah, try again tomorrow. You can only check once per day. You got one meat. We'll get a couple of meat from the wood grass we just found as well, actually. So let's skin it. You can have the smoked fish. You need another one. Okay, so what are we doing? Carry out the ambush when the renegades approach the ravines. We tried that, it didn't work. Explore the idea of the snow avalanche and prepare traps in the dense thicket. That's the snow avalanche there. That's the dense thicket up there, but there's obviously a guy on there already. Hey, we can come here and do this. Yeah, this guy, we're going to go and try do that first. Whoops. You and you. Two shots echo in the woods and then another two. It's the different groups of the thugs telling each other to search the area. Goddamn bastards, they certainly don't lack ammunition if they can afford constantly shooting in the air. You have to estimate their numbers and find out where they are to conclude if leaving the hideout and luring in the bandits is a good idea, or maybe it's best not to risk it. Both groups meet at a distance from you and loudly share their findings between them. These are... No, it just says there. There are both the Russian renegades who derailed the train and the Kukunsky who... Kunkuzi, who joined them only a few days ago. Among the Russians there's a man who knows the Manchu language well, because they communicate with ease. Unfortunately for you, you do not understand a single word. Wait to see what happens next. 3 of the most talkative bandits sit down by the fire, which you prepared earlier as a decoy, and add some brushwood. The rest of them disappear in the grove. It doesn't seem like they are looking for your tracks. Maybe they haven't even realized that it's you who prepared the fire, and instead assume it's just another part of their group. When you're frantically trying to figure out what to do, suddenly you hear crying from one of the chasms. You can't see the place, but given the sudden commotion among the bandits, you realize that someone must have been swallowed by the ground. The Russians are shouting, trying to save their comrades, while the Kukuski just stand there and watch. Seems their alliance is not based on friendship. After some time, crying from the abyss stops and the Russians abandon further action. With satisfaction, you watch the two groups arguing and pushing each other. You wish they started fighting and killing one another, but unfortunately someone brilliantly produces a bottle of vodka and immediately they become allies again. Everything can be fixed with vodka, guys. There's nothing left here for you to do. There's too many bandits to reveal ourselves, and staying in the area means asking for trouble. The bandits won't fall asleep after just one bottle, and you can't understand any of the conversations in Manchurian anyway. Carefully you retreat into the taiga. So we killed another one of them. That's good. Right, can we get back and get all the way over to there? Let's have a go. Significant, safe. Insignificant. Average. Ooh, what's this? Speak of the devil. Walking through the taiga, you're thinking about the renegades and all the pain they've caused you. Why aren't they giving up and still stay in the valley? They looted so much from the wreckage. They slaughtered the crew. The smartest course of action for them would be now going away from the railroad, deeper into Siberia, to Manchuria, or to one of the smaller Tatoshnik towns, where there isn't even a single gendarme. Why are they intending to get rid of all the witnesses of the robbery? That's nonsense. All they have to do is shave off their beards and none of the survivors will recognize them. Maybe they're waiting for someone. Their alliance with the Kukunski would make sense then. Kunkuzi would make sense then. Help, please. You suddenly hear from a snowdrift. It's a person, and it's one of them. One of the bandits crawls out from the snow. His clothes are torn, and he has makeshift bandages on his hands, both soaked by blackened scabs. His face, white as a corpse, can barely be seen through the bloodied stuck together hair. Who did this to you? You ask after a moment of surprise, and make sure there's none of his comrades lurking nearby. You feel like getting him there and then, but you have to use this opportunity to learn all you can. It's not easy for the renegade to speak. Wolves. Given his wounds, he's not lying. He must have had a really tough battle with the horde. Maybe he managed to scare off the beasts, or maybe he left one of his comrades to be devoured. Either way, it did him no good, because gangrene must have developed by now in his wounds and his head, and he has slim chances of surviving. You ask a few questions about the wolves, to which he answers mostly with shaking or nodding his head. It seems the pack is not that big and moved northwest towards the river. And how many of you is there? Why haven't you left the valley? Alcohol, give me something to drink, I'm cold. Okay, let's give him water. Yeah, let's give him water and help warm him up. Your merciful treating of the renegade loosens up his tongue. Yegor gathered a big group of us, more than there are fingers. I cannot count. But for every Rusky, 2 or 3 Chinese joined. What's your plan? There's a train coming from the east. There are proper treasures on board there. Wasn't it enough that you looted from our train? What use do we have of presses, salison, and suitcases? We needed mostly ammunition from your train. The real treasures of Siberia go from east to west. If you steal gold, they'll hang you from the moment you enter any city. Ha, Yegor has a plan for that too. The Chinese were recently trying to have some Tsar of theirs regain the throne. The gold was meant to go to his soldate while we'd hide in Manchuria with a lifelong supply of opium and damsels. It was hard to believe the renegade's words at first, but a simple thug like him would not come up with such a story. It seems you're stuck with these butchers until the next train comes. The renegades will derail that one too, so your chances of rescue are getting drastically slimmer. And when's that train coming? You did not give up. It's delayed because of the frost on Amur. So maybe tomorrow, maybe not. But it did pass Nikolsk. We know because a man working there, one Pavlik Petrovic, reports everything to us. Give me some more of that water. You bandage the thug's wounds? Really? Why? If he's going to die anyway and he's an enemy, just fucking shoot him in the head. But you can see there's a morbid gangrene there. Without an amputation of both arms, he'll get tetanus soon, unless he dies of hypothermia first, since his body has already stopped shivering. Yup, it's bad, I know, but it's nice to at least be able to talk to someone before the devil comes. You still have a chance to do an honourable deed. Tell us, where is your hideout? Don't go there, they'll kill you. Or we them. Haha, the renegade laughs and then starts to sickly spit blood. Alright, Yegor usually spends the nights in a cave east of the locomotive. Yura and Boldy, here you have to wait for another painful spasm to pass. Yura and Boldy are always on the lookout next to the railroad tracks in case the train comes sooner. The rest is looking for you, hunting or preparing an ambush. You try to get some more information, but the sentences he utters become unintelligible. He's saying something about his uncle who would teach him how to ride a horse, and about his auntie who would cook greasy pelmeni. Greasy pelmeni? I wonder what that is. You let him leave this world in peace. Okay. The thicket is quiet and peaceful. The wind does not reach here, while the snow has not yet managed to tear through the larch grounds to the ground. Frost and icicles sparkle with all the colours of the rainbow thanks to the sunbeams lost among the trees. If not for the circumstances, you could call this excursion an idyllic holiday jaunt. Yes, as you've expected, there's lots of places where you could hide sharpened poles, bend young trees to set up snares, or cover up with frosted moss a pit where it would easily break a leg. Unfortunately, most of the natural traps will require proper tying up, and you can find nothing that can be used as a rope. You have to prepare a proper rope in the camp and return here with it. Okay, well, we've got a rope, so that's good. Let's return to camp, and let's go again. Yeah, we've still got 2 action points each. Let's send them out again. With the rope this time. We only need the rope. Well, yeah, we're just going to go straight there and do it. We don't need any resources. Let's just go there with the rope. Holiday jaunt, you sell a few vicious surprises. Right. Yes, as you suspected, you choose right places from the hideouts and the path along which you'll be trying to lead the enemy, and then using the rope you've brought, set up a few vicious surprises for the renegades. You manage to finish your work before dark. You can try to light the decoy bonfire immediately or return to the camp and wait for more thugs to appear in the area. Yeah, light the fire and wait, why not? There's no point in leaving the traps prepared for the night. Let them tell the renegades that you're taking up the challenge even today. Light the fire at the fitness trail you've prepared and lazily await in the bosque for the first newcomers. Oh shit, I didn't give them any weapons. I should have given them some weapons. Oh well. They can't return to camp now anyway. We'll just see what happens. And again, you're left with shitloads of action points with nothing to spend them on, to be honest. We've got a fuck ton of water. 42 water. Can't light the fire, so we can't cook anything. There's no point upgrading anything. This is the only thing we can upgrade now, and that's that, which is pointless. Did we check the snares? I can't remember. Yeah, we did. Oh, what needs repairing? 66, 58, 57. Oh well, we're gonna repair the shit out of everything, I think. Actions repair. Campfire's pretty good. So yeah, you see, it doesn't really, the quality of the workshop, which is basically its life, doesn't really matter too much at the start of the game. So building makeshift, the only thing that does is reduce their credit to each other, which is down here, which doesn't affect the game at all as far as I can tell. It really doesn't matter that much. And then you can just repair them later like I've done. So everything's up to 100% now. So it's not going to break either, if you know what I mean. So everything's fully upgraded, everything's fully repaired, everyone's happy-ish. Or as happy as they can be. We're just waiting until we can light the fire again and carry on cooking. But even then, we've still got 31 smoked meat and 42 water. So we're doing good. It seems the wolves helped us to thin the ranks of the renegades, even though we didn't ask them. That's just one dead bandit and a whole pack of wolves. I don't think that this exchange is all that good for us. Well, there's still a bandit gone. Stop complaining. After all, you just said the wolves went west. And what stops them from coming back soon? There's no shortage of bodies to gnaw on in our valley. That's true. So they'll be eating corpses, not us. So they'll be eating corpses first. Why should they attack us when, as you say, they have meat literally just lying on the ground? Wolves and unburied corpses is a sad sign, is a bad sign. Oh dear. Lost a lot of morale from that for some reason. Tomorrow belongs to me. Comrades, just think, our station is tragic, but it is a good metaphor for Russian society. Experienced by misery, we must unite, rejecting divisions, just like our motherland after the misery of the war. You repeat yourself. By the way, what does it matter to us? This is just a test we must go through, and the prediction for the future of the whole nation, whether it will survive bad times. So far, we have managed to escape these thugs together and resist wild nature. Oh, I missed that. I double-clicked by mistake. Either it will succeed or not, yeah. And what do you think about this, Wadim? I don't believe that we are controlled by any higher force except the laws of history. Every moment is good to examine the unchanging laws of the historical materialism in practice. What a dream you've got. What will this knowledge give us here and now? Maybe nothing to you, but I will fight for our survival even more fiercely, believing that our cooperation will set an example to others in rebuilding the homeland. Do you dare to look in the hideout of the renegades? So we could go to the renegades' hideout. A couple of places under snow, so we'll unsnow them. Right guys, bear with me 1 second, I just need to run to the loo. I'll be back in just a moment. Thank you for your patience. Okay, I'm back, guys. Thank you for your patience. I do appreciate that. Question is, what the hell do we do now? Heavy snowing, so we can't leave camp too far. And we've got 2 of these things to do. We've still got to find the chest of supplies, because we haven't been able to go there. We've got to explore the idea of snow avalanche, carry out the ambush when the renegades enter the dark woods, and do you dare look into the hideout of the renegades? Let's have a look at the map. Looks like they're going up to there, so that's good. We can come up to here now. Safe, safe, safe. So yeah, we can come up along here and set up this ambush. Ooh, we can also... Oh, it's deadly there, so it's not worth going. Okay. Did we use the rope? Yeah, looks like we did. Okay. Armed to the teeth, let's go. You reach the cliff where there was an avalanche a few weeks back. The road further north is blocked by snow, frozen ground and knocked down trees. At the edge of the landslide you can see remains of a wooden wall and a chimney. It might have been a place of accommodation for railroad workers some time ago. It seems that the avalanche moved the hut by a few arshins with no problem. Since then, a new thick snow cap has covered the slope of the huge massif. It's been alternately freezing and snowing the last few nights, so underneath the fluff there's a layer of ice. Causing another slow slide should be no problem, but how to convince the renegades to come to such a dangerous place? After some further inspection of the area, you realise that unearthing the remains of a destroyed hut and the building a fake palisade and a roof will require quite some effort. Then the scouts would surely think that you spent more time here than just one night, but rather made it your proper camp. Build a fake camp using tools. After agreeing on the route of the new avalanche, you find a place for the fake campsite and a hideout from which you can surveil the whole area. You roll up your sleeves and work until the evening. Since true, the palisade and the roof may be poorly built. What? Since true? Not sure what that means. Since true, the palisade and the roof may be poorly built, but they need to last at least a few days regardless. They should also make the renegades believe that you truly wanted to hide here from both them and another snow slide. It's already dark when the work is complete. Well, you won't make it back to the camp, but you have to go with the flow. If you light a decoy bonfire, go up the slope and lie and wait for the renegades. Ah, okay, so we can't actually go anywhere this night. I should have fed them first, but they'll be fine. So we're going to check the snares. To meat. This guy's hungry, so he can eat some moss. It can be eaten, but gives you indigestion. Literally nothing to do with all these action points. We could filter more water, but there's no point. We've got a fuck ton. We've got 40 water. Let's filter some anyway. Look at all this water. Got water for days. Done. Everyone can rest. Undercutting the branch. Do you know what is wrong with the Bolsheviks? Oh, this can't be going well. This cannot be a good conversation to go down. Is something wrong with them? Would you like to see the return of Tsarism as well? I will tell you then. The private Germans we are fighting with are also... Blimey, that's gone off the screen. Germans we are fighting with are also socialists for the most part, and they came from the front as a result of widespread mobilization, not bloodlust. And yet each of them, without exception, has a portrait of the emperor with him, whether on a cigarette case, on a piece of paper, or medallion. They put the interests of their nation higher than parties, idealists, and even private desires. Even as socialists, they consider themselves primarily Germans, hence the honor of Emperor Wilhelm and respect for his merits. Russian socialists want to eject nationalities and radicalize. They are ready to sacrifice their own state, that is, cut the branch they are sitting on in the name of a utopian idea. Do you sympathize with Germans? Do you sympathize with the Germans? Well, one could expect the worst from you, but this is unbelievable. Oof. I am far from liking the Prussians. It's more respect for the enemy and aversion to Bolshevik anarchy. We don't want Wadham's speech. The Wadham's speech is awful. Unless you tell him to shut up, it just drains camp morale like anything. Bad dreams. Yeah, bad dreams. Sergei, you are screaming in your sleep. I'm sorry, better now, everything is alright. Have you had a bad dream? Gas, I can still see the faces of its victims. Trenches were hell. Yeah, that sounds awful. He's superstitious. This character sees supernatural phenomena and believes in superstition. I wonder how that affects them. Since you've been to hell, nothing worse can happen to you. Chin up. Yes, in fact, it's not so bad in your company. Aw, he's a sweet kid, this guy. He's been through hell. Okay, these guys are back and they're both starving, so they get the big meat. They get the good stuff. You get big meat. You get big meat. Water for all. You've got water for days. Everyone can drink. Drink your fill of water. Let's check the snares. Plenty of game around, which is good. Three meat. The rest of the guys can have raw meat. You've got indigestion anyway, so eat a bit of moss to follow the meat down. Okay, what are we doing? Okay, they're not there, but they are there, so we're going to come up this way. Safe, 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 so we're going to come up here and do the ambush. These guys are both frostbitten actually already, aren't they? Yeah, they're both quite high on this, so if they get stuck out there, and he's hungry. How is he still that hungry? Jeez, alright, you can have a bit more meat. That got rid of it. Okay, good. So they're both shivering. So if they get stuck out there, whatever. We'll send them again. I like using these two. They're cool. Well, yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter who you use. The main thing you have to look for is stats, like what their health is and stuff. In theory, I shouldn't use these guys because they're already shivering. And if they go out there, they'll get to freezing level and they could freeze and die. So I should probably use one of these guys. They both got health and morale, so I might send them. He doesn't have full health. Yeah, I'll send these two instead, actually. You guys can go out instead. Let's see if we can do this ambush. It worked. The palisade and the roofing caught renegades' attention for a longer while. There's 3 of them, a well-built bearded man from whom you saw during the train crash and 2 small Manchurians, seemingly following the Russians' orders. One of them sneaks up to the campsite and, determining no one's there, he gives a signal to the bearded man. The other, Kunkut, I don't know how to pronounce that word for my life, Kunkut, begins ascending the opposite slope, probably to survey the situation from the top. If you cause the avalanche at this moment, it'll threaten only one of the thugs. Wait, maybe another one will enter the camp. Yeah, wait for a moment. Unfortunately, you don't understand the language used by the thugs, but you get the feeling that their Kunkuzi are not all that crazy about working with the Russian. It's probably a temporary alliance to which the Manchurians, not used to the hardships of the Taiga, were simply forced. You still have no desire to find out whether your theory is correct. In the current situation, you have to assume that they too pose a deadly threat. After a short argument, the Kunkuz, who climbed the opposite slope, comes down from it and joins his kinsman investigating the palisade. They both are shouting something to the Russian, but he has no intention of coming closer to the camp. Holding his rifle ready, he's surveying the area, spitting angrily with dark tobacco, until finally he whistles at the Chinese to get out of there. This is your last chance. If you push the snowdrift... Oh, this is your last chance. You push the snowdrift, but the pile moved just a few meters before disappearing in the fresh bluff. Angry, you push more, but with an equally miserable result. It might be time to yell. You utter underneath your breaths, but that will catch the attention of the renegades. If the snow doesn't slide off, you'll be done for. Maybe you should abandon the plan and wait for the thugs to leave. Suddenly you hear a growing murmur. Ha! The snow you've pushed before disturbed the snow cap, and the unstable construction started sliding down the slope, quickly gaining mass and momentum. The bearded man immediately realizes the risk and darts between the trees, not bothering to warn his companions. Unfortunately, the fluff stirred up made it impossible to see what he did next. The avalanche covers the decoy campsite, and next snow slides follow it from the higher parts of the slope. The situation is becoming dangerous to you as well. You retreat south, but you can still hear the roar of the snow slide for quite some time. You're not sure whether the Russian and the other Kunkuts were lucky enough to have survived, but at least you managed to bury one of the thugs. Oh, we killed 2 people then. That's really good. Danger level's insignificant. We've got action points, so we're going to search here to see if we can find anything while we're here. Yeah, I was hoping for this. Charcoal, vodka, and a rag. Not bad. Insignificant danger level, and there's beans there as well. I want to come here and find some beans since we're running low on... We're not running low on food, but brilliant beans. It's good to stockpile as much food as possible while we can't cook. So beans can be eaten raw, so that was worth going there and searching for. Now we're going to return to camp. Good work, men. We've killed 4 of the renegades, and there's only about a bajillion more. You guys can rest. Nothing else to do, right? He's still got an action point, but we don't need to use him for anything. Let's just filter some water. Nice. Let's go with fence sitter. Well, Comrade Alexei, you told us so much about the reform of the state, social justice, and making the people aware, but have you never realized what organization you operated in before the catastrophe? Oh, because there was nothing to talk about. I'm not a member of any party. But you were. I was indeed, but a Bund member. And is it a secret, Alexei Rabinovich? Even if some of us have some prejudices against the Orthodox Jews, your person will help dispel them, not strengthen. What, are you ashamed of your Jewish descent? But I was not ashamed of my origin, only that I was thrown out of the Bund. For radicalism? For being too moderate. I have never been attracted to the revolution, somehow even the parliamentary one. And when they talked about our cultural autonomy and training young people who would fight for us, could not this new, better world come without my help? Oh, Alexei Rabinovich, never change. I don't know what will happen in Russia now, but if there are more people like you, any political fate will not be so terrible. Thank you for this compliment. It is a compliment, I guess. Okay, morale went up. Very nice. Perfect is the enemy of good. Oh, not this idiot. I wonder what's happening now in Petrograd. Maybe when we get back, these people will blow the provisional government to the winds. Why would people overthrow the new power? You say strange things, comrade. Why would people overthrow the power they chose? We need a real revolution, radicalism, determination. Kerensky does not keep his promises. It's no merit that you break the door in if you want to lock it later. It's new to me that my companion has become so radical. I will offer myself to storm the Winter Palace, yeah. A few more days of sitting in the cold and I'll offer myself to storm the Winter Palace. Experiencing poverty and suffering can radicalize even a hardened reactionary. The train of history must turn off sharply. And our real train got derailed thanks to a band that shouted something about the redistribution of wealth. Does the comrade consider such radicals as brothers? Oh, they're fighting at the moment. They're going at it. The alternative is constant quarrels and the fear that the Tsar will return, and you don't want that. I don't want to be ruled by a Tsar despot, but I don't want a bunch of bandits to rule me either. Eesh. That wasn't such a good night. Let's see. Oh, these guys didn't go to there, so they just wandered up here and have wandered around here. They haven't gone on here. What have we got? Deadly. I'm really not sure what to do now, guys. Carry out the ambush when the renegades enter the dark woods. Well, okay, I'd like to, but they haven't entered that yet. Do you dare look into the hideout of the renegades? I don't even know where the hideout is. I think it's down here somewhere. You said a cave to the southeast, right? Cave to the east? So I think it's down over here, but we can't get there because it's risky. Safe here, but this is deadly here. You know what I'm saying? So we could come down here and have a look, but I'm not sure it's worth looking inside the camp of the renegades. We'll probably just die going there. Well, because we've run out of ideas of what to do, I think I'm actually going to end the stream there, guys. I've been streaming for a couple of hours. We're reaching the very end of the game now. This is the peak of what we have to do. We've killed 4 renegades. Still got a bajillion more to go. So I'm going to end the stream and give my voice a bit of a break. But thank you so much for hanging out and watching the stream, guys. I do hugely appreciate it, and I hope this has been useful to you as well. I hope you're learning a lot about the game. I make content every single day, so I will see you in the next episode. Peace out till next time.